Alright guys, as you can see, I'm waiting to check in at the guard shack here behind this truck at CMC Steel here in Knoxville, Tennessee. You can see they've got a banner over here in the grass that says CMC Steel, Tennessee appreciates our drivers. Thank you for delivering the steel that builds America. So like I said earlier, this place makes rebar. I've picked up here 2 or 3 times before. I even got sent here once, probably a year and a half or more ago. And after waiting around to get loaded, got into the loading building, and they couldn't get to my product. It was like under a pile of other product and they couldn't get to it, so they canceled the load. So I ended up camping out here overnight, and then they sent me another load the next morning. Had to go drive somewhere else. Didn't even get a load out of here. That was kind of weird. So I'll get checked in and pull on down to the holding lot, and it's kind of a, just form a line and wait your turn to get into the loading building. I'll try to show you some of that if I can. All right, the nice fella in there has got me checked in. Said I'm getting 30-foot product. He gave me a little diagram here showing how many boards and kind of how to set up the trailer. They want me to have 5 timbers laid out on the trailer. So basically what you do now is you make a right turn here at this stop sign, except I got this Jordan truck here going somewhere. Let's wait and see what he's doing. It looks like there's several trucks up in the yard already. Might take a little while, but well, I can't get into the yard because he's moving now. But what they do when you check in, of course, he gives you a loading paper, and he takes your phone number and then sends you a text message just to verify that it's working, and then that's how they'll call you to come into the loading building, which is that building straight ahead there. At least that's where I've gotten loaded in the past. Okay, so I think so I can keep a lane open here to the right, I'm going to pull in behind this fella, because evidently you don't necessarily go in order. So I'm going to just stop right here. I guess that's what happened to the Jordan guy. All right, more later. All right, folks. Well, I've moved up in line, but been sitting here for probably an hour. But I just got a text message to proceed. So I'll show you how this goes. We'll see if I can find the loading spot they want me in. Guess I got here at the same time everybody else did. Whoa. All right, he's coming. We'll do a simultaneous turn. Alright, so my instructions say proceed to outside loading area at bottom of hill, make a right at the stop sign. This is the stop sign. Normally I would go straight and make a right turn into door number 1 over in that big building, but not today. I've seen 3 other trucks get loaded out here outside, so maybe that's what I'm going to be doing. I can make this turn. Then it says proceed to area indicated by white flag and blue sign. So I see a white flag. Alright, this guy looks like this Maverick truck is about done. Boy, he got 3 tiers. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to get 2 tiers. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. He's got 24 bundles on his load. I'm supposed to get 14 bundles. So I'm thinking I'll probably have 2 layers, but I'm guessing. Alright, so now he's going to pull around over there to the left in the distance where you can see like 3 red trucks over there. That's the securing area. Okay, so I guess this is where I'm supposed to be, it looks like. I may have to use some of their timbers, depending on how many layers I get. My work order says that each bundle should have at least 6 inches of space between the bundles. Okay. All right. I'll try to show you some if I can. Okay guys, I'm just waiting here. The loader hasn't come by yet, but you might can see inside there, you know, if you're loading inside, you pull around that way and into the building. They got 2 trucks in there, and they use magnetic cranes to drop the product in there. There's a magnetic crane pulling over the trailer. That trailer right there, maybe you can see it is starting to drop product down on the trailer. That's where I've loaded in the past. I've never loaded out here. So I guess I'll be getting some product from over in here somewhere. And then over there is the securing lot. And when you finish there, you come out, turn kind of over there between where I'm parked and that train, and go out and then head out that way. All right, more later. All right, guys. So I'm pulling out of the securement lot. I couldn't get any footage of the loading because the loader said we weren't supposed to do that. So, but I got 3 layers of 30-foot rebar, 2 stacks of 5, and a top row of 4. I was talking to a nice fella back there that drives for CMC. I think he said he works out of the Birmingham, Alabama CMC. His name is John, but he goes by Big Midget. Nice guy. He recognized me, said he'd seen me on my YouTube channel. Oh, which is very surprising to me. I've only had 2 or 3 people that were not Maverick drivers recognize me, or at least say they recognize me. Maybe they recognized me and didn't say anything. Anyway, shout out to Big Midget from Birmingham. He said that I think he said he worked at the Birmingham plant as a yard driver, and just recently started driving for them. Oh, I just remembered, after I check out here, I've still got my strap on my timbers to tighten up. I left it loose because I thought I might be using some of it. Anyway, let me stop here and check out, and I'll get back to you. Okay guys, just got parked. Wanted to try to show you this load since I didn't get to do it at the shipper before it gets too dark. I got 3 layers of rebar, 30 foot. And it weighs a little over 49,000 pounds. So I needed to use 7 chains at 8,000 pounds a piece. That'd cover up to 56,000. 6 chains would only cover up to 48,000. So that's what it looks like. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chains, 3 layers. But let me show you the thing about this load. I wanted to show you this because it's kind of interesting. For those of you that have been through the Maverick training, they don't really teach you a triple stack of this type of product. They teach you, you know, like a single layer, as I remember, and you're supposed to wrap, you know, you got to wrap the bundles. I'll show you what I mean by that, because with this being 3 tiers, you know, of course, you're sitting on 5 timbers, and then there's timbers between the first and second row. So the downward pressure is going to push this row onto the timbers, and then there's timbers up here. But the problem with that is if you, let me get up on the trailer to show you, you'll be able to see it a little better. The problem is with the top row, because if all you did was throw chains over the top row, these 2 middle bundles would have nothing really holding them down except for their own weight against the timbers on the, you know, underneath them. So what I did is I wrapped, you know, each of these top bundles, you'll notice, has a wrap around it 2 times. So see, this chain just goes across the top, and I used my padded coil pads. This one goes over the second bundle and the fourth bundle. This one's over the first bundle and the third bundle. Because again, you know, if you were to make a sudden stop, a serious sudden stop, if I didn't put these wraps around these bundles on top, there would be really nothing holding those bundles down except for their own weight on the timbers, because those chains were not making contact with the 2 middle bundles. Hope I'm making that clear. This one just goes across the top. But back here, we got a repeat of what we did in the front. This one loops on the second and the fourth. This one, oh, I'm gonna have to fix that one. This one needs to go on the first and the third. I got 3 times like this, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Good thing I reviewed this. So, but that, you know, in case you had to make a sudden hard stop, That would help keep those center bundles in place. So I'm going to fix that one before it gets dark. But I wanted to show you that, because what you'll see at those shippers today is most guys just throw straps. They'll just throw straps over this load. And the customer requested to have space in between each bundle. I guess we'll find out why when we get to the customer. But so it wasn't like I could put a belly wrap, you know, to hold them tight together. So this is how Maverick teaches us to do these bundles like this to keep them. It's going to help keep them from sliding forward if need be. All right, let me fix this error. All right, folks, welcome to Tuesday morning. We're here in Southern Illinois, heading west on I-64. Remember, we've got this load of rebar going to Bridgeton, Missouri, which is like a suburb of St. Louis. GPS says I'm 64 miles from there. I stopped last night at the Love's, a little bit west of, say, Kudawa, Kentucky. I hope that's how you say that. That's the way I've heard it said, anyway. Kudawa. Left out this morning probably about 4:40. No. I'm not sure about that, honestly. Yeah, I don't remember exactly when I left. Anyway, right now it's about 7:20. So after I make this delivery, I would expect to get sent over to like Granite City, Illinois, which is just east of St. Louis. We have several shippers over there. There's also I forget the name of it, but there's a metal shipper there in St. Louis. And there's a salt company, that makes salts for water systems and stuff like that, down in St. Louis near the river. Been there 2 or 3 times, so several options right around in there, but I do not have a pre-plan yet. But we got nice weather. It's supposed to be a little hotter today. I think yesterday where I was at, it got up to, I think they said the high was 93. So we're definitely getting a little hot spell here in late September. That's okay. All right, well, I'll see you at the customer. All right, folks, quick update for you. I'm having to go around St. Louis on 270 west at this moment because, I was going to go straight through on 70 through St. Louis. It was the least miles, but there were some digital signs warning that all lanes were closed up there where 64 and 70 meet. Some sort of an accident, all lanes closed, so I went around this way. It's a few more miles and a little more time, but Better than possibly getting bogged down in a total closure. Anyway, so I should be at the customer in about 20 minutes or so. See you there. Hey, I should have also mentioned that about a half an hour ago, they sent me a pre-plan, which I'm thankful for. I like pre-plans. Picking up in Boonville, Missouri, which is kind of up off of I-70, as I remember, on the, I guess, western side of Missouri. I've picked up there 3 or 4 times before. It's a good place to pick up usually. You get fiber board that's used in concrete construction. Well, as you can see, we got some slow traffic. And the load goes to Hampshire, Illinois, I think, which is up near Chicago, kind of a suburb of Chicago. Hadn't been up in the Chicago area in a while, so seeing as how we're kind of having a heat wave down in the southern states, that might be a good place to go. All right, more later. All right, folks, supposedly we're approaching my customer here. I think this will be my left turn. Corporate Woods Trail, it's called. That's the road this place is supposed to be on. It's a place called Tally Steel. Or Tully Steel. Alright, let's see if we can get in here and find it. Okay, it is 13,840. Well, the lady I called on the phone earlier said there's a gate. Oh, I can see the name on the building now. Because my paperwork said, you know, it had a phone number, said to call for delivery instructions. So I did that, you know, about an hour and a half ago when I stopped to do a load check, and she said just to pull up to the gate. So hopefully this is the gate. All right, let me see if I can get checked in here. Well, I was about to get out of the truck there and walk up to the office when the gate started opening. So I guess that means I can go in. All right, I've never been to this place, so we'll learn this together. It says Tully Steel and Supplies. And from the looks of things, it looks like I need to drive around this side, but I'm going to check with this forklift driver here. Hey, one thing I wanted to show you guys, I just remembered, I've already got all my securements undone except for this one right here. But I wanted to show you and differentiate this from what I showed you last night. It was starting to get dark, but it's best to hook up your binders up top like this so you're pulling on both sides of the loop instead of hooking them up on the side like I showed you last night. That way it keeps both sides tight. So I just wanted to clarify that. All right, so the unloader's already come out and said he'll be ready as soon as I get unsecured. So that's what I'm doing. Okay guys, so we're getting unloaded. My friendly unloader Robert here, getting 2 at a time. He put some of them over here on this trailer, and then some of them he's taking back there. So and if you remember, my loading instructions yesterday on this load said to leave at least 6 inches of space in between the bundles. So I asked him about that. Let me get out of the way here. And he said that that's just general instructions they use for a lot of their products. In this particular case, these get unloaded outside with a forklift, as you can see, and are stored outside. But he said they do have a lot of product that unloads inside with the overhead crane, you know, so they have to wrap the straps around each bundle to lift them off. So that explains that. It wasn't really necessary for this load, but you know, the shippers, they don't understand our securement needs, because you know, it would have been beneficial for me if all the bundles had been touching. Then I could have put a belly wrap around each layer to hold them tight, and then just thrown some chains over the top or straps. So instead, you know, I did that loopy thing with the chains, which is a lot of extra work, both getting them on and off. But that's okay, I'm just explaining the situations. All right, so he's got them about halfway unloaded. And he said I could put these timbers up on one of those trailers over there. So I'm gonna do that and then get inside the truck and start preparing my next trip, going to Booneville, Missouri. All right guys, let's give you another shot of Robert here unloading. Don't see this product very often. So my timbers are on the bottom. The rest of these I'll put over there on the trailer. So let me do that. But there's a shot of Robert. And he's storing them over there somewhere in the lot. Okay. All right, people. Let's get out of here. Thanks to Robert, my friendly unloader, for letting me get a little footage of that. That driver right there in the Jordan truck, he was parked beside me at the Love's last night. He just following me around. So nice place here. Tully Steel. So if you need some rebar in the St. Louis area, see the fine folks at Tully Steel. All right, headed to Booneville, Missouri.